just fine. Oh. You know what I need, I know what you need. What's a plan B when it's guaranteed? Love don't cost a thing, but it never free. All this energy between you and me. Now she wanna ride, now she wanna love.
Hey guys, so today we're going to be DIYing this industrial looking mirror, and I've seen these all over the place for like £200–300, and that's just for a small little square sized one. So I thought I'm just going to try and DIY a full size one, and it worked and I recorded it, so here's that video. So the mirror that I'm using is 146 centimeters by 6.5 centimeters. And I also picked up 3 strips of MDF strip wood. And these are 240 centimeters long each. So I wanted my mirror to have 2 strips across the length and then 4 strips across the width of the mirror. The total length of the strip wood was 720 centimeters. And for the 2 length strips and the 4 width strips, I would need a total surface area of 534 centimeters. So yes, we had enough. So this is the mirror. It is the Neasden mirror, I think, from Ikea, and then the MDF strip wood I got from B&Q. It just seemed like the cheapest option. I also got some Gorilla Wood glue from B&Q for $3.99, and this stuff is strong. It is actually very good. I also got a hacksaw, which I asked the guy at B&Q about, and he was like, "How old are you?" And then he told me that he couldn't serve me because I'm 24, not 25, but I finessed the system and got it anyway. And then you need some black paint and a paintbrush. And this is the paint that they recommended me in the store to paint across MDF. I don't know if this is the best one, but that's just what they recommended. It was £18, so if you can get cheaper, then do. But yeah, this paint is in the colour Liberty, which is black. And it brings the total of supplies to £87.14, which is obviously a lot cheaper than buying a mirror at the store. And I feel like this one looks better. But maybe I'm just biased because I contributed a lot of blood, sweat and tears into this project. Mainly just sweat. Oh my gosh, it was hard work. So first I start by measuring and cutting the lengths of the mirror to 146 centimeters, and then I cut the 4 widths to 60.5 centimeters. I was just making up as I went along. This wasn't really necessary, as I found out later, because I had to cut it up into smaller sections anyway, so feel free to just skip this step and cut straight into the small pieces. But while cutting, do not use your dining room chair. Use a sturdier surface. As you can see, I'm sliding all over the place. This isn't safe. I do not recommend. I then referred to my diagram and did some quick maths just to see what size each of the mini bits should be, as we want all of the pieces to lay flat against the mirror for a more professional look rather than having it kind of overlaid against the lengths as I have here. I'm back to using every strength of my body to try and cut these annoying little sections. This took ages, kind of ruined my dining chair, but let's move on. I had to go and pick up some sandpaper from Tesco. I'm just gonna sand down the edges of these pieces of wood so that they're as smooth as I can get it. Somehow I cut the mini pieces a bit too long, but I guess that's better than being too short. But honestly, I have no idea what went wrong in the maths department. I thought my A in GCSE maths would still be valid 7 years later, but it turns out I was incorrect. But in the end, the little bits ended up being 18.5 centimeters each. So after a lot of vigorous sanding, we arrive here, it fits. The satisfaction is ridiculous right now. Once all the pieces were the correct size, I had to figure out where exactly to put them. So I just divided the length, which was 146 centimeters by 5, as the 4 pieces will make up 5 sections on the mirror. From that, I also took away 2 centimeters per piece, as this was the width of the wood, which meant I placed them all around 27 centimeters apart. It wasn't perfect, but I just made it look as even to the eye as possible. So probably if you measure it right now, they would not be even, but it looks fine. I'm satisfied. And then it was time to glue. As you can see, I put plastic on top of the mirror as I wanted to glue the pieces together whilst the mirror frame holds them together for that extra support, if that makes sense. So the plastic will stop it from gluing to the mirror before we get a chance to paint it. I literally just went over every single mini piece and glued it to the longer lengths, and I added any extra glue if I noticed any gaps afterwards. I wiped away any excess and then just found anything with a little bit of weight in my apartment to try and keep everything together while it dries. As you can see, there is a lot of stuff on there, literally the contents of my apartment. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna do for today. I'll be back tomorrow. So while I left that to dry overnight, I tested the Gorilla Wood Glue on another mirror and it stuck. I really didn't think it would, and now I'm stuck with this chunk of MDF on my mirror. I mean, I could have at least put it in the corner. I put it eye level, so it's literally just a random piece of MDF just chilling on my mirror. And this is my most important mirror in the house, so yikes. Woo! Yes! So I removed all the plastic and checked everything was looking as it should, and it did. I was so pleased with myself. Obviously the fact that I recorded it, I was like, yeah, this is going to be successful. But you know, low-key, when you're like freestyling something, things go wrong. Nothing has gone wrong. Touch wood, touch wood, touch MDF, touch MDF. Before I start painting, I'm just gonna gently go over the joints, like where I glued it with the sandpaper, just because I don't know how the paint will react to like the glue bit, if that makes sense. I don't want it to look like there's glue underneath. So I did 2 coats of paint on the front and the sides, and then I also did 1 coat on the back. Even though the back was going to be against the mirror, I thought I should paint it because you can kind of see the reflection of the mirror, like I'm trying to show you here. So I didn't want there to be a wood reflection. I wanted it to just be black and look the best it can look. After cleaning the mirror, I put my creation down with the backside facing up. And I took the wood glue and just put a thinnish layer on each section. Okay, so I want to spread in the glue before I put it down, just because I don't want to push it down and then it ooze off the sides. So I'm just going to use a spare bit of this MDF and spread it so it's nice and flat. Okay, now I'm going to put something on every piece of wood like I did before, just to hold it down, and hopefully this sticks. And that's it. I literally let it set for about, I want to say 4 hours. I was going to leave it for longer, but I was just impatient and it was already stuck because this Gorilla Glue is actually very good. And yeah, I'm so proud of myself, guys. Just patting myself on the back, you know. I deserve it. So yeah, I hope you guys like the end result and are as happy as I am. If you decide to try this out, please let me know. Please show me. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like if you like, subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!
Baby, just vibe, just vibe, just vibe.